Hey everyone, this is going to be an introduction video, so there's no assignment to go with it, but basically this video is going to introduce what we're going to be doing for the rest of this chapter. And so the rest of this chapter is all about solving quadratics. There's different ways of solving, and that's what we're going to get into, but now you know everything that you need to know in order to solve quadratics. So I'm going to introduce some things so that you have an idea of what's looking ahead, so you know what to look for in this chapter. Okay, so this is an introduction. So far we've learned about what a quadratic is. That's when there's little exponents and things like that. And now we've learned about what a function is. The word function right here, that is when we see f of x, so that could be the same thing as y. F of x and y are the same thing. Okay, but now we're going to look at what happens when they're equations. Okay, we've seen this a little bit, but now we're going to learn how to solve them. Okay, so first off, let's remind ourselves that in an equation, we have an equal sign. So in an equation, there's an equal sign, and we're trying to get x by itself. Our goal is to get x equals something. Okay, x equals something. We're trying to get x by itself just like we were to solve a regular equation, but now there's going to be multiple answers. Okay, so we're going to kind of introduce that. All right, the answers to all quadratic equations or functions are called roots or zeros. Okay, so you're going to hear me say those words, roots or zeros, but all they really mean are answers. They're going to be the answers. Okay, so I'll say the roots is x equals 2, or the zeros are x equals 2, and that just means that they're the answers. All right, now the zeros or roots, the answers, are where the function or the equation crosses the x-axis. Okay, so if we remember correctly, the x-axis is the one that goes side to side. Okay, so they're also known as x-intercepts. All right, so I've drawn some graphs here. We're going to get back to graphing. So pretty much what's going to happen is you're going to look, where does it cross the x-axis? For instance, there it crosses at those two numbers. Let's say that would be 2 and -1. So I would say that my answer is x equals 2 and x equals -1. Okay, you could also see an upside down parabola. So you could see one cross there and another cross there. Okay, you might only see it cross one time and it crosses right there. Okay, so that's what we're going to kind of look at. The answers are where they cross the x-intercept. Okay, kind of like when we were doing system, the answer was where the two lines crossed. The same idea, this is going to be where the line crosses the x-intercept, the x-axis. All right, so over the course of the next couple weeks, we are going to do 5 different methods to solving. Okay, 5 different methods. Actually, one of them we already know. So the first one is going to be graphing. All right, we've already practiced graphing. We know how to graph, but now we're just going to figure out where the answer's at, which I kind of just showed you. They're on the graph at the x-intercepts. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is graphing. The second one we're going to do is factoring, which we've actually already done as well. So these two, we're just going to kind of summarize them. And then number 3, we've done a lot with square roots lately. That's breaking them down. So that one is going to be kind of familiar to us. And then the bottom 2, completing the square and quadratic formula, are going to be kind of the most difficult, but the most important moving on to your next classes. Okay, so over the course of these next couple weeks, we're going to be coming through these 5 different methods to solving quadratics. So this is what all the sections are going to be about, and it kind of introduces those. All right, so there's no assignment to go with this. I just wanted to introduce things to you so you know what's coming up. All right, thank you.